So somebody asked the question, how sharp can you make a pizza cutter? So I bought a pizza cutter and we're gonna see how sharp we can make it. Now, just in case this pizza cutter doesn't get very sharp, I bought one of these pizza cutters. So no matter what happens today, we're gonna end up one way or another with a very, very sharp pizza cutter. All right, so we gotta find our starting point with our sharpness tester. I'm gonna assume this is probably gonna be somewhere around the 2000 mark, which is a common butter knife. Oh, it might be more than 2000. Okay. 2360. That's duller than a butter knife. So we clearly have our work cut out for us. Now, let's see about this one. I know this one comes pretty sharp because, so this one's probably gonna be pretty low. Eh, 550. I was gonna say that's not really as sharp as I thought, but I mean, for a pizza cutter, that's pretty sharp. If we can't get the other one to work, we can 100% get this one to be razor sharp. So, what I'm gonna be using to put an edge on these pizza cutters, we're just gonna use the Ken Onion Work Sharp. I think I'm gonna go with a 15-degree angle, just because this blade is so thin. Once I start sharpening, I might change that, and maybe I might move to like a 20-degree angle, because I'm not exactly sure what angle this grind is or whatever, because it's only sharpened on like one side. Once I get into it, I'll be able to, figure it out more. But first thing I'm gonna do is remove the wheel to make it easier to sharpen. And you would not believe how long it took to find a pizza cutter that did not, or that did have a wheel that I could remove. Almost all of them are like riveted in or something, so you cannot remove the wheel. So I'm only going to sharpen this side first, see what kind of angles we can get. So let's go. Oh, that might be a problem. Well, one side's going to be way sharper than the other side. That metal's got to be really soft, because it already looks like it's putting a halfway decent edge on there. So before we test out this blade, I just want to quickly remind you guys that I do have merch for sale. We have hats, t-shirts, and it's getting cold outside, so we also have hoodies, so there's a link in the description for that. The company that handles my merch also just created their own energy drink, and it's actually really good. So if you want to try it, that is, if you just follow the link in my description, you can try this out. You can get yourself a hat, some t-shirts, or even stickers. All right, so I've been grinding on this thing for a while with just the most coarse belt that I have. So let's go ahead, let's see where we're at, see what kind of progress we've made. I mean, it feels like it's getting sharp. So we started off at 2350, I believe. Let's see where we're at now. Okay, that's pretty good. We're at 370. So to go from over 2300 all the way down to 370 with just the coarse belt, we are definitely on track, and we're definitely doing something right. So I'm gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna see how sharp we can make this thing. All right, so let me run you through what has transpired in the last like 2 to 3 hours, I think. So what happened was I was using the Work Sharp, and I got all the way down to whatever that last reading that I showed you guys, I think was like a 360 or something maybe. So then I switched grits to a finer grit, got it all the way down to like a 245 was the lowest reading I got. So then I switched to the next lowest grit on the Work Sharp, and then measured it again, and it went from like, and then it jumped up to like 400 something. So I screwed up somewhere. So then I tried to like reverse it, and then so then I tried to like go down a grit and try to get my edge back again, messed it up even more. And I think like with the Work Sharp, like it's just so hard to keep a disc like perfectly level and get a good edge on it. I think my angle was off or whatever, so I could not get it very much lower. So then it was like at 400 or something. So then I decided, oh, well, I'll just use whetstones. I've used those before. I've had some success with those. So then I brought out the whetstones, and those took it from because I'm so experienced, those took it from a 400 something all the way up to, I think, 1100. So I went completely in the opposite direction. So then I thought, okay, well, let's just, since we've already got all this other stuff out, let's go ahead and break out the Wicked Edge. Maybe it can do something. So then I've had this thing strapped into the Wicked Edge, I don't know, 30 minutes or so I've been working on this thing. And the same problem that I have with every other knife with the Wicked Edge is that this thing wiggles back and forth. And not only does it wiggle, it's, so much larger than a regular knife. It's like, 3 inches taller than a normal knife is going to be inside of this clamp. So I have that going against me, plus it moves back and forth, so I have to like sit here with my one hand on this side to try to steady it, and then try to like work on this side, and then baby it, and come over here and try to work a little bit on this side, and try to get this perfect edge going. And it feels really, really sharp. But what I feel does not translate into the sharpness tester. I don't know, I think I got it to like 700 or 600, somewhere in there. I don't know. I think I'm going to put the Wicked Edge and the whetstones up, and I think I'm probably going to try to get back down into the under 300 with the Wicked Edge, or with the Work Sharp. Hopefully, if I can get below 300, then I think we're going to call that good, because I don't know what kind of metal this is, but I suspect that this is like melted down pop cans. Because if you think about it, this thing is meant to just roll around its entire life, so they're obviously not going to use a very high quality metal for that. This metal, it's just so soft and such garbage. I think it's going to be extremely hard to get a good edge on it, but we're going to try. I've messed around with this melted down pop can piece of garbage long enough. Whatever it is what it is. It feels sharp, just like it's always felt sharp. I don't know what the tester's going to say. There we go. Right there. Beautiful. I said I wanted under 300. We're at 295. I am perfectly happy with that. I think that is just about as sharp as we are going to get. I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm going to put it back on the handle, and then we are going to move on to this pizza cutter. This one should be way easier to sharpen. This is going to get dangerous. I can already feel it. This one was like a dream to sharpen. This one took maybe like 15 minutes. So let's see where we got in like 15 minutes. Ooh, we got down to 205. So for a mystery steel pizza cutter, 205 is really, really, really sharp for a pizza cutter. We started at, I think we started at over 500. I think 550 maybe, if I remember right. So, and this thing will even, if you can see, it'll even shave. I think any pizza cutter that is sharp enough to shave hair, I think it's going to be sharp enough to cut pizza. So, now that we have two very sharp pizza cutters, I think you guys know what we have to do. The best part. You can't sharpen pizza cutters without actually cutting a pizza. So, let's hope this doesn't end up like a Little Caesars pizza that's only cut like 30% of the way through. We're going to start off with this one. I think we should be pretty good. That actually didn't feel all that good. Oh, that was actually perfect. For some reason, it didn't feel like it cut all the way through. Like, it didn't feel like it cut very good. Let's go again. Ooh. This is a very nice pizza cutter. I wish they came this sharp, and I wish they made them out of a steel that could stay this sharp. Do some cuts with this one. This is the sharpest one. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, that didn't cut all the way through. That cut all the way through. See if we can, let's rotate this whole thing here. Maybe if I just press really hard. Did we cut through over here? Okay. Yeah. All right, so as you would expect, if you sharpen pizza cutters, they cut pizza great. I'm gonna eat this, and then let's move on. Now, obviously, you guys know that we can't do one of these how sharp can you make blank videos without trying to cut a water bottle in half. I don't know how well this is gonna do where this thing spins. Maybe it'll even help it out. I don't know. I don't think it will. 3, 2, 1. That worked amazingly. I really didn't think that was gonna work. I thought 100% that it was just gonna like knock it over and maybe put a gash in it at the most. I never dreamed that would have cut it so clean in half. That even cut right through the label and everything. I'm literally shocked. That's crazy. Especially where this thing rotates. I figured there's no way that this thing, especially it's not super sharp, it rotates. There's no way this thing's gonna cut through there. I was dead wrong. That's crazy. Now this one, I think we all know what's gonna happen with this one. This one is basically a machete. I mean, if you really look at it, it's just a machete with 2 handles. So I think we know where this is going. Oh, did I hit that at just the right angle or something? How come that splashed all over me and all over the wall? I mean, it cut it clean in half, but what did I do wrong? I think I'm gonna have to watch that back and see what I did wrong so I don't do that again. We figured out how sharp you can make a pizza cutter. We figured out that really sharp pizza cutters obviously work very well. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything else that you want to see how sharp I can make it, leave a comment down below. I'll see you in the next one.